Okay, welcome class. Welcome to you all. Please take a seat. Find a seat. If you know that you're going to be distracted by your peers during your class, do yourself a favor and move to sit somewhere else. Please get your workbooks out. Please get your pens out. And you're also going to need your laptops. If you do not have your laptop, do not stress, do not worry. I give you guys full permission to use your mobile phones, but only at the end of the lesson when we do our Kahoot activity. Okay, if I see anyone on their phones, 3 warnings and your phone is to be taken down to the office. Okay, if you guys continue to go on your phones during class time. Okay, so today's topic is invasion. And we're going to go into more depth and we're going to talk about what happens on January the 26th. But before we get into anything, I just want to let you guys know what I expect from you guys, what I want to achieve for each and every one of you guys at the end of today's lesson. Okay, so there are 3 learning outcomes, learning intentions that I expect for each and every one of you guys to understand by the end of today's lesson. Okay, the first one, students need to understand what Invasion Day is, how it happened, and why it happened. Second, students are able to identify the difference between Invasion Day and Australia Day. And then students understand the effects Invasion Day had and still has on Indigenous peoples. Okay, so that is what I expect from each and every one of you guys by the end of today's lesson. Okay, so what are we going to be doing today? Okay, so first of all, we're going to be doing a little introduction. We're going to be doing a little bit of brainstorming just about what everyone thinks Australia Day is. Then I have put together 5 to 10 minutes where we talk about how to refer to our Indigenous peoples. Because we have a lot of our students in here are from Indigenous backgrounds or from the Indigenous culture, we need to be respectful. We need to know how to refer and how to identify our Indigenous peoples, okay? And then we're going to define a few terms that we're going to be using during our lesson today. And then we're going to get into one of our bigger activities, which is our think, pair, and share activity. So I'm going to give you guys statements. You guys are going to go into pairs. You guys are going to discuss. And then we're all going to come back together as a big group, as a class, and everyone's going to share their ideas. Okay. And this way, everyone knows that each and every one of us have our own perspectives and our own opinions. And please be mindful. Everyone has their own opinions and perspectives. So please be respectful. And then at the end of today's lesson, we're going to be doing a Kahoot activity so that I know that you guys have been learning and understanding the concepts in today's lesson. Okay, let's get started. So, does everyone know what happens on January the 26th? Okay, that's good. Okay, that's a good start. Everyone knows what happens on January the 26th. It is Australia Day. But what does it okay, we're gonna do a little bit of brainstorming. Can someone put up their hand and tell me what comes to mind when you think of Australia Day? Yeah, sure. Barbecues, people go to the beach, people wave around the Australian flag. Yeah. Invasion Day. You know, as I said before, guys, each and every one of us have our own opinions and our own perspectives. So to some people, it's about barbecues and, going to the beach, spending time with your family. For others, it's Invasion Day. For others, it's a day where they're all the loss and all the unfortunate events that have happened in their cultures past come back. Okay. For some people it's a happy day, for some people it's a sad day. Okay, so everyone has their own different opinions on what Australia Day is. Okay. Now we're gonna go into how we can refer, how we can identify our Indigenous peoples. Okay, so as I said before, we do have a lot of our Indigenous students in here, so they know what the respectful terms are, what terms we shouldn't and we should use. So, for example, if we're referring to Indigenous and Torres Strait Islander people, we always have to use the S at the end. So please do not forget peoples. So if you're talking about Indigenous people, you must say Indigenous peoples, First Nation peoples, so that it is respectful towards our Indigenous peoples and our Indigenous peers in the room. Okay. Now we're going to be talking about some terms that we're going to be using today. And I'm going to get you guys to go on Google. I want you guys to do your own research. But I want you guys to define these three words. I'm going to put it on the board. So I want you guys to define invasion. I want you guys to define colonization. And then I want you guys to define what terra nullius is. Okay. So invasion, colonization, and terra nullius. Okay. And then once you guys have finished defining those three words, okay, I want you guys to write a few sentences that show what the difference between invasion and colonization is. Okay, I want you guys to go do your research. Okay, do your research and try to find what the difference between invasion and colonization is. Okay.